All right, so in the last example, we used pretty much math to do everything. But now I want to do everything kind of my way, the easy way, the way that involves zero math. So let's get into it. Let's say we need the domain. Okay, I'm going to use blue for this because I'm feeling feisty. So I'm going to look at the graph. What's it doing? So this is the y, this is the x. These arrows are continuing. And if we were to extend this, you can see that it'll just keep going and going. I don't even have enough space. This guy would have to keep going because this guy's keep going. So the domain would be all real numbers because remember, domain is referring to the x-axis. Perfect. That's done. Get rid of these because we're going to be doing a lot of scribble scrabble. Next, we want to find the y-intercept. Oh, they want other stuff here. Okay, whatever, we'll figure it out. So we want the y-intercept. Where does the y hit? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the y-intercept is at 0, positive 6. 0, because remember we started 0, and then we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's where it intercepts. Wonderful. Very easy. This is if you have a graph, obviously. It'll help you it basically gives you all the answers. Now let's do the vertex. That's another easy one. I'm gonna look at the tippy top, and I'm gonna look at the points. So we're gonna go to the x first. 1, 2, 3, 4. So the first point is 4. Actually, I'll write it right here. 4, comma, what's the y? -1, 2, -2. So 4, comma, -2. That's the vertex. So far, so good. You're with me? Easy, right? My stuff not erasing. There we go. Now, let's say we need the range. Well, range is pretty simple too. Or the roots. Let's see. Which one should we do first? Sometimes I don't know what I want to do. I want to do symmetry. So I'm going to do black. Write this guy out. Black. Y equals 1/2 x minus 4 squared minus 2. So the first thing I'm going to do is distribute this guy in the 1/2, right? So now I'm going to have x squared over 2, because right, squared, minus 8 over 2 x. Right? So far, so good. Why? Because 4 squared is 16, right? And then we're going to divide that by 2. So we're going to have 8 over 2 just to make everything more simple. Plus, boom. That's the 16. That's the 8. Nothing crazy. Minus 2 at the end. So this is 1/2 right here is only referring to these two. This is our new thing. Hope it doesn't look too complicated because it's really not. This is our A. This is our B. Nothing happened so far. That's it. So our formula is -b over 2 times A. So now let's plug that in. I'm going to write in black. I'm going to continue down here just because I'm running out of room. So if I plug in everything, remember this is our A, this is our B. Our B, we always put our negative because that's part of the formula. Now our B is -8 over 2 all over 2 times our A dot, which is, well, actually it would be 1/2. It wouldn't be x. We don't need x anymore. Erase that real quick. 1/2. And now we just solve it straight through. Nothing crazy. Negatives cancel out. 2 times that. These cancel out. So our new answer would be 8 over 2 all over 1. So we have anything over 1 is still just that same thing, 8 over 2. 8 divided by 2 is quattro, or also known as number 4. So our line of symmetry, which I didn't plan it out, ends right there. Let me erase all this work. Once again, you can always pause the video and kind of go back to a step that maybe wasn't too clear for you. Since you're doing this kind of math, I'm pretty sure I've no doubt in my mind you kind of saw everything. I try not to waste too much time explaining every little algebraic thing, just because if you're doing this kind of math, you're probably past that, and I don't want to bore anyone. There we go, there we go, there we go. Messy, 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 messy. So, boom. We found our domain. We found, that's what I wanted to do. I was wondering where these guys were. So, we found our domain. We found our vertex. We find our roots. So what do you think our roots are? Actually, we also have our range as well, actually. Range is another easy one. Let's make this smaller again. It's kind of right there-ish. Our range, oh my god, I can't even talk. Our range is -1, -2, right? -1, -2, to what? So we're thinking this direction. What's the lowest point, which is -2? What's our highest point? Well, this thing keeps going forever, so infinity. Nothing crazy, right? Let me erase what we don't need. That one's an easy one. What do you think our roots are? Let me see how we are on time. Okay, we're at 6 minutes. So I want you to take a moment to think about what our roots are. Take a moment. So a root is a value for which a given function equals 0. So for example, right? We get this specific equation, and what do you think we do to it? So I'm going to write over here on the side. So we got y equals 1/2 x minus 4 squared minus 2. There we go. So what do you think the root is?